Good morning students. In this lecture video, you are going to learn about the RMS value of an alternating quantity. Derive an expression for RMS value of an alternating quantity. The RMS value of a sinusoidal wave can be calculated in many ways. In this method, consider I is equal to Im sin theta, while the mean of the square of instantaneous values of the current in half of the complete cycle is 0 to 2 pi. Since it is root mean square of mean of square, when that is square root of, square root of that is taken, it is root mean square. So square of a value, square of a current, it is I square d theta is considered. Since it is over a period of 2 pi, it is base 2 pi is considered. So that is integrated over a period of 0 to 2 pi. It is for one complete cycle. Now substitute for I is equal to Im sin theta. You will get it as Im squared by 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi sin squared theta d theta. Sin squared theta, when you substitute for sin squared theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta, then integrate, you will get it as Im squared by 4 pi theta minus sin 2 theta by 2 with the limit 0 to 2 pi. So when the limits are applied, you will get it as square root of Im squared by 4 into 2. So it is square root of Im squared by 2. So Im by root 2. And the 1 by root 2 value is 7.707. So you will get it as 0.707 Im. In method 2, in this way also we can calculate the RMS value of a sinusoidal quantity, that is consider I is equal to sin omega theta. Omega theta can be treated as theta. So I is equal to Im sin theta. The mean value of I2 is equal to, first calculate the mean value. So I squared is equal to 1 by 2 pi 0 to 2 pi I squared d theta. Value of I is substituted as Im sin theta. So sin squared theta, substitute for sin squared theta formula 1 minus cos 2 theta. Get it as Im squared by 4 pi theta minus half sin 2 theta with the limit 0 to 2 pi. So it will be Im squared by 4 pi theta with the limit 0 to 2 pi. Im squared by 8 by sin 2 theta with the limit 0 to 2 pi. So I will get it as Im squared by 4 pi 2 pi minus 0 minus Im squared by 8 pi sin 4 pi minus sin 0. Since sin 4 pi is 0, sin 0 is also 0, the complete term will go off. So it will be Im squared by 4 pi into 2 pi. 2 pi and 4 pi, pi and pi will get cancelled. 2 by 4 it is 2. I squared is Im squared by 2. So I is equal to Im by root 2, 0.707 Im. Similarly, V is equal to Vm by root 2. So 0.707 Vm. Form factor. The ratio of root mean square value to the average value of an alternating quantity is called form factor. RMS value divided by the average value. Mathematically, it is expressed as IRMS by I average or ERMS by E average. IRMS and ERMS are the RMS value of the current and the voltage respectively. Similarly, I average and E average are the average value of the alternating current and the voltage respectively. Form factor. For the current varying sinusoidally, the form factor is given as I RMS by I average. As you know, I RMS is equal to Im by root 2. I average is equal to Im by pi. And substituted for these two, you will get it as pi Im by 2 into root 2 Im, that is nothing but 1.11. So form factor is 1.11. Next one is phase representation. Sinusoidal waveform is an alternating quantity that can be represented graphically. Whatever is shown here is graphical representation. So on the y-axis, the current magnitude or the voltage magnitude, the voltage will be taken. On the x-axis, time will be taken. So with respect to the time domain, it is represented graphically. In this way also can be represented. And another way of representation is phasor representation. Also, as an alternating quantity, sine wave have a positive maximum value at a time pi by 2, negative maximum value at a time 3 pi by 2, with the zero values occurring along the baseline at 0, pi and 2 pi. However, not all the sinusoidal waveforms will pass exactly through the zero axis point at the same time, but may be shifted to the right, shifted to the left by some value when compared with another sine wave. So when you consider the sine wave which is passing through the at a time is equal to 0, when it passes through the origin, when that is treated as the reference, when that is compared with the waveform in the second figure, that the sine wave is started little earlier, that is called as 5 degree earlier. Then for the third waveform, it is started 5 degree later. So here it is omega t plus 5, here omega t minus 5. That difference of angle with respect to that zero origin and compared with the first one, that is called the phase difference. So in phase representation, the phase difference or the phase shift, as it is also called as a sinusoidal waveform, is angle phi. In degrees or radians, that the waveform has shifted from a certain reference point along the horizontal zero axis. So the phase difference or the phase shift is nothing but how much it is shifted from a certain reference point along the horizontal zero axis. In other words, phase shift is the lateral difference between two or more waveforms along a common axis and the sinusoidal waves of the same frequency. Now, calculating the phase angle of two different waveforms, the frequency of both the waveforms should be same. Then only you can calculate you are able to calculate the phase difference of the two waveforms. So, in other words, phase shift is the lateral difference between two or more waveforms along a common axis, and the sinusoidal waveforms of the same frequency can have a phase difference. Here there are two waveforms shown here. First one is both the waveforms are in phase. Means both the waveforms starts at the same time, ends at the same time. But here in the second diagram, the waveform is drawn with the maroon color, brown color. It starts after an angle 30 degree. So the phase difference here it is 30 degree. So phasor diagrams also can be drawn here like this. It is a graphical way of representing the magnitude and the directional relationship between two or more alternating quantities. When the current is taken as reference and is drawn with respect to the horizontal x-axis, the angle of the voltage, how much it is more than the angle of the current, it is shown here. So that voltage, you can say here the voltage leads the current by phi, or the current is lagging the voltage by phi. So that's all about the leading and the lagging of this. How the phasor of a sinusoidal voltage can be generated. So consider a sinusoidal waveform in the time domain, and to draw the to have the phasor representation, consider rotating phasor means a line, here a line with the length or the radius, the circle with the radius equal to the magnitude or the peak value is rotated anti-clockwise. So at every time, what is the corresponding equivalent, or the by projecting the horizontal line towards the sinusoidal waveform, what is its equivalent or the corresponding value, or it cuts at the sinusoidal wave is noted. So with that, it can be drawn. So it is nothing but the phasor representation or the vector representation here. That's all about the phasor representation of an alternating quantity. Thank you guys.